Got a little vape juice in your lungs? Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't vaped in a while.
Primarily Critical.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Primarily Critical of Movies at After Party. This would be it.
If you have not seen this film, we suggest that you do so before consuming any further.
Because we've got spoilers, trivia, and opinions like crazy, and we cannot wait to share them.
Good, bad, new, old, weird, or gross.
We will pass judgment on them all.
Today, you should really try and leave your work at work and spend less time on your phone.
Oh,
My
snap.
name is Steve. I'm here with
Bill.
And
John.
This is The Guilty, a Jake Gyllenhaal movie. Well, it's starring Jake Gyllenhaal. He produced it too, I think. But it was picked for this podcast by Phil. Hi,
Hey,
Phil.
Hey, I did. I picked it.
Would you like to lead the conversation?
It looked like an interesting movie coming out on Netflix. And I think it was exclusive to Netflix, as far as I know.
I think so too.
Jake Gyllenhaal and the director Antoine Fuqua, is that correct? That really got my interest. And Antoine Fuqua did a Training Day, if you guys are familiar with that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't know that.
And yeah, it just looked like the trailer really got me engaged. So, how did you guys like the movie?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Obviously, there's a big twist in it that's quite surprising. And Jake Gyllenhaal, he did the part of a guy that's really wound up tight, and the stress levels. I felt his stress. The stress. He was in a pressure cooker throughout this whole scenario. And I think we're kind of along for the ride as the viewer. And I felt my heart rate up and stuff. And yeah,
the whole movie was on him. Like it was on him. Like 90% of the time.
It was a one-room movie.
He carried the movie, and I think he did an awesome job.
Yeah, it's true. And like, they don't say the budget here, but this can't have been, obviously Jake Gyllenhaal's doesn't come cheap, but the budget wouldn't have been huge for this. They didn't need a massive set. This was just really a character movie, that focuses in on one man and he's kind of just carrying along. It reminds me of we go to some plays at the theater and you'll have one guy doing the whole show. This kind of reminded me of that, it was just,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it could have easily been a play for sure.
It was a refreshing movie. I think this movie was made during the COVID times. We'll get into trivia later, but it was really inventive storytelling. Like, it really engaged me. It got my attention more than most movies because it was so simple. You had to listen.
Yeah,
you had to really focus, right?
And you have to have a top-notch actor to pull off such a feat, because the viewer has to find you have to feel his stress. You have to be, or if you thought the character was boring and you didn't like the guy, this movie was done right off the hop, because you're going to be spending now the duration of this movie with him, in an intimate look into him, and so it really, you really got to buy into that, and I thought he did an amazing job of getting the viewers to do that, exactly that.
Yeah,
it was, it is so weird. The movie, it goes on this long winding trail down this mentally ill circus, right? And then at the end, it turns into a police brutality. You know,
Yeah.
it's such a man. It's a thinker.
It is. It's it's very psychological. I mean,
Yeah.
you know how it's like his own conscience is like just under the surface. It's like it's grabbing a hold of him, you know, and then to the point where he finally just had to let it out there and let everyone know, you know. It was weird. It was yeah.
Yeah, he atoned for his sins at the end of the movie, right?
Yeah.
Like he was under, you know. Have you ever seen a movie where a guy's under so much stress and duress and like he's up against it? Like
Yeah. Yeah, he was wound up as about as tight as I've ever seen in any movie. I mean, he was
Yeah,
just
he was very stressed out for
And
sure.
he was a powder keg, you know.
the movie's called The Guilty. He's guilty.
Yeah.
He always carries the guilt, right? He's taking a puffer. He's a wreck.
Yeah.
Now, I know that Lori is classically on top of any twists that happen ahead of time.
Yes.
Did she notice that the woman was not?
You know, I don't think she did in this one. I don't no, I maybe see this is we watched this 2 weeks ago now, right? So but I don't remember her picking that one out, but she may have at some point said something along that. She usually picks them out, but I don't remember that for this one for sure. So
But
Sorry, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna mention at the end of the movie, as dark as this movie went at the end, they let us off the hook a bit, and they said the kid survives. But the way they describe it is, how the hell this kid survive? It's like hours were going by.
There's an interesting thing about this. Was based off of, this is a remake of a movie that was it Swedish?
Oh, okay.
The original, I think the original was Swedish, and in the original,
Oh, I heard
the
about
baby
this.
dies.
Yeah.
The baby does die. So they softened it for the American.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right, John. I think I heard that this is the remake of a Swedish interpretation.
And this ties back into why Laurie didn't say she knew, because she saw the Swedish one. She'd already seen it.
Oh,
yeah.
In this movie, everybody lived except for the guy that that Joe shot. And that was before the movie even started.
Yeah, no, in the Swedish, I think it's Swedish. Geez, I hope I'm not saying that wrong. But anyways, whatever, the foreign one, yeah, the baby dies. So.
Oh man, that's grim. I don't know. That it's just it is. I guess that would be very grim ending, because wow. But
well, it's sad. I mean, you know, this whole thing. I mean, it's just, you know, it gives you a glimpse of a mental illness and it's scary and sad. You know, it's just wow.
Yeah.
So did they tie in at the end? He's guilty of police brutality, or you know, was that in the other movies version too? I have, you know,
I believe so. I believe so.
Okay.
I think Laurie said it was very close. The movie was very good, close to each other, but with that minor detail. That was
that's a major different detail.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Do you feel any sympathy at all for the cyclist who hurt his leg? Does that ring a bell at all?
It rings a bell, but give me more.
In the middle of the movie, he gets another 911 call from a cyclist.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Oh,
who's hurt his leg and he wants an ambulance.
Right.
And the guy says, "Fuck off, call it Uber."
Yeah. That's where he lost his
Yeah.
shit. You know what? Throughout the movie, there was just a few moments of comedy, a little bit.
Yeah.
This movie was pretty damn serious all the time, right? It was all freaking stressful, but there were some levity. Wasn't there another one about an alligator? Some guy being attacked by an alligator or something?
Let me just check. I could have sworn I heard Bill Burr's voice.
Yeah, it was Bill Burr, and it was something about an alligator.
Yeah,
So these are the 911 calls he didn't take.
Yeah, these are the ones
that's right.
he had to deal with outside of the main
Right.
one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and, it's so weird. I thought he was really self-destructing, but at the end of the calls, they thanked him. They said, "Good work, Joe." They thanked him because everybody lived, right?
Yeah.
Do you think?
The one lady on the other end of the phone did. The dispatcher, some other dispatcher.
But do you really think people would have let Joe go on this long with that behavior?
I am completely unfamiliar with the work environment.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know at what point Hollywood starts and ends in these movies, but like he seemed like really be off his game and volatile and dangerous. Maybe not let him sit in a room like a lot of the movie, isolated in another room, screaming his head off and losing it. I don't know. It seemed weird.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's going to be the very sympathetic 911 caller. That's he's not the guy I'd want to get at the other end of a 911 call. I mean,
here's the thing too. Aren't all these calls recorded? Like he's saying a lot of stuff. It's just like, oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, this was not his actual real job, right? This is kind of like a placement, right? So temporary,
Yeah. Well, we knew the next day he hits the fan, and he is guilty at the end of it, right? That's the ultimate thing. He's the guilty guy.
Yeah.
He owns up to his.
I'm trying to remember. The reason he owns up is because he's asking her to own up to something, or no, he wants, I can't remember. It's like he had a reason why he admitted to this. He said, I've done stuff.
Well, she was on a bridge. She was ready to jump off a bridge.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. He's trying to talk her down.
Right. And he's trying to connect with her by being genuine and talking about
yeah.
You're not the only one. We will, I'm screwed up too, kind of thing, right? Is that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it was you felt for all these characters, and all you saw was Jake Gyllenhaal's face or Joe's face through the whole movie. And it felt like a big movie, but it was actually just one room. It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Excellent voice acting, right? Excellent tension, pacing. Like it really amazing. It'd be interesting to see, does a guy like this get an Oscar nomination? Jake Gyllenhaal, he carried the whole movie. Is it worthy?
I think it's worthy. I think it's worthy. I mean, we've got.
We'll find out. We'll find out in season when the award season comes around.
Sure.
And you think about that. You got a 90-minute movie here, and for scenes, he's in these intense scenes, and he's not going to do the 90 minutes straight. So when you cut, he's got to come back and go right into that intensity where he left off. Right? It's not like with other movies where it's like you have these breaks where now it went to those people, and so you've got your time off screen to prepare for your next scene. Right? It's wherever they stop after that break. It's going right back to him. Yeah. It's not. It's just all him. Same set, same. That must have been pretty challenging. I think that'd be a pretty. Yeah.
Well, this guy had to earn his money because this is it all. The whole thing lives and dies by his performance, right? Like it literally is a lot of pressure, and I think he did a great job. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Couldn't
a
agree
gutsy,
more.
it's a gutsy role. You know, it's one that you don't an amateur wouldn't want to take this one on. You know,
Well, he put his money where his mouth was. He helped produce it too.
Yeah. He's got a credit, right? So
Let's jump into this trivia. Can we do that?
Sure.
All right. I don't got much here, but apparently it was just shot in 11 days during October in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Wow.
I guess they wanted to take more time, but they didn't have the option. I don't know.
that's and assuming this is shot in the United States, which I assume, that would have been at a horrible time. October 2020, no vaccines yet. That was ramping up towards the Christmas season of 20. That was a horrible time in the United States. It was just crazy bad.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But you can see how this movie could be really controlled and contained to like one floor.
Yeah.
A simple office setting.
Yeah.
Limited cast, and you could pull it off, I think. So I guess they did, you know. So
yeah, it's a good one to do during COVID.
Yeah.
I'll take the next one here. Because someone near Antoine, is that what we're going with?
Antoine Fuqua or Fuqua.
Fuqua. Because someone near director Antoine Fuqua tested positive for COVID-19 mere days before the film began shooting, he had to isolate. Fuqua directed the entire film from a van with monitors rather than on the soundstage with the actors.
Wow. That'd be tough. That's crazy. Yeah.
But like I said, this was a time when it was, people were scared and taking it very seriously, you know. And
yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of money riding on these things to get done on a certain time frame, and
Wow.
Yeah.
What an interesting way to film a movie.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, but you know, they executed it. It sounds like there was no problems, so the movie got done. I'll take this one next trivia here. Remake of Danish movie The Guilty, 2018. There you go.
Danish. That's Swedish. That's Swedish and Danish, same thing?
No.
Careful.
I don't know. Okay, I really.
That's
I don't know.
Hey, American Canadian, same thing. I'm sure.
Well, okay. I'll Google it.
Well, hey, you know, I don't know if I'd want to watch this again, especially knowing the Danish version has the death of the kid. Oh, ugh.
I don't know. Phil, why don't you continue to read the last one?
Denmark. Okay. Okay, I'll take last trivia. Jake Gyllenhaal's sister, Maggie Gyllenhaal, is married to Peter Sarsgaard, who played Henry Fisher in the movie.
Yeah.
Who the heck is Henry Fisher?
For the first half of the movie, I hated Henry. I hated him.
Yeah.
And then it all got flipped on its head.
Henry's the dad, the husband.
Yeah, the voice.
Oh,
he just played the voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's the good guy, but we don't know that. We think he's the horrible guy.
We think he's the bad guy. We think he's the kidnapper.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, you know, check out the voice cast here. You know, you got yourself Ethan Hawke is one of the voices. You got we talked to Bill.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, Bill Burr. Sorry.
What? He's not on our list.
Not on the list here.
I'm pretty sure he's there. I'm pretty sure I heard him.
He's one. Yeah, he's definitely in there. But it's cool. But like once again, Jake Gyllenhaal is like the heart and soul of this movie. So
Yeah. Don't you guys think it's a little odd that you needed Antoine Fuqua to direct this? Couldn't Gyllenhaal have directed this? I mean, I mean,
what?
It's a lot of extra work. I mean, maybe.
Is it? Yeah.
No, I mean, wow. I think it would. Wow, that would have been amazing if he did. It's like he did everything.
But I mean, it's just him, right? So I mean, I guess get some outside eyes to go like, hey, I think you could have done that.
There's
like this,
always,
or you know,
there's always a director that's gotta shape the whole thing and look at the bigger picture and understand the whole thing, while you just focus on your part. And you know what I mean? Like Jake's character is just one piece of it.
I don't know. I guess a lot of it depends on how the movie came together. Maybe this is maybe Antoine, it's his brainchild, right? He's like, I really want to do this, and
sure.
And then he convinced Jake to come on board, and maybe it would have been different. It was the other way around, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, who knows the crazy ways of Hollywood?
Yes,
it was.
We just talk about it. We don't really know how it works.
It was a refreshing, different kind of movie to come down the pipe in a while, right? I enjoyed it. So
well, yeah. And can you think of another one? Like I was thinking, this reminded me a bit of. I think, did we not do talk radio?
Not with me, but I know what you're talking about. It's a similar thing.
I think we did way back in the beginning, Steve. Maybe not, but yeah. What was this?
Radio.
It's about a shock jock who is he's taking calls from people the whole show, and I think he gets murdered at the end out in the parking lot. But
yeah,
I don't remember this. I remember Night Shift, or no, it wasn't Night Shift. It was a movie where he was where Jake Gyllenhaal was a reporter.
Yes, I remember that one. Yeah.
Well, and, look into the archives or if we should do that talk radio. If I'd be done.
Well, yeah, I'll pick it if we haven't done it, because I'm surprised if we haven't done it, because that was what would have been on my high list. You know,
once again, it hangs on one actor's performance. You know, it's a rare movie where you really hang the movie on one actor's performance.
That's
and
right. Yeah.
Like, so this is one of those movies. So
I just searched for it on our website, primarycritical.com, and it's not there.
It's not there. Okay, well then that'll be my future pick to look forward to if we can still find it. It's kind of an older movie, so
I'm sure we can find it.
Okay, is that the guilty, gentlemen?
That's the guilty.
That's the guilty. We're primarily critical. You're awesome for joining us. And next week, Monday at noon, another episode. We'll be here again. And we can't wait to see you. And have a great day.
Bye-bye.